Yo, what up? What's the word? Talk to me, dímelo. What's up, people? Wagwan, Sapase, all that. What's up? Man, we got a lot to talk about. You know, as you see, I've been seeing my daughter recently. She hasn't been around, but I've been in contact with her, having supervised visits. So, yes, you heard it right, supervised. And I will get into that. But it's just annoying. I have to prove myself to, it's nothing, but it's just annoying having to prove yourself to the system. Hey, I'm no deadbeat. But that's how you're painted out to be, right? So anyway, rewind. So let's get some context here. Let's go back to 2017. Let me just give you some context, right? Because I'm just as shocked as you are. All right. You see, I'm sweating over this stuff, right? So back in 2017, I got divorced. But before then, I was a family man, provided for my family. I had a house, pool, 2 cars, all that. And I was the only provider, the sole provider for my family with multiple sclerosis. Okay. Only provider. So in 2017, we're like, hey, look, let's get divorced. Okay. And I still provided. I got my apartment, made sure the other party had their place and a job before I just pulled all my money away. Okay. So there's that. Boom. So then now we're going back and forth. We have kids. The kids split custody, going back and forth. All of a sudden, son stops coming. He's like, I can't go with you anymore to go to the movies and go to the park and go to the pool and the beach, and I can't do all that anymore. Why? Then his communication stops with me. So then I ask mother, and she says, well, I don't have to give you an excuse, because technically he's not my son. So it was kind of like a slap in the face, kicking sand in my face, but I moved on. I dealt with it. So that's why, if you go back to my videos, you see us all as a family, but then it was just me and my daughter. Well, it's because he was being taken away. And then every time he did reach out to me via call, or let's start there, the calls, boom, and he gets slapped on his hands. Finds out he gets his phone taken away. So then he starts showing up at my house, showing up at my door. And when he knock on my door, instead of calling me saying, hey, look, I just looked up and I don't see where my son is. Our son is he over at your house? She calls the police instead. And sitting right outside of my place and calling the police. So this is unnecessary visuals and unnecessary for the kids to see. But this is what they're around. This is the environment we have created here. So every time son associates reaching out to me, and rightfully so, why he's wondering, why can't I see him anymore? Why am I on the outside looking in? Why? Right? He's the man that raised me, But now every time he comes back or comes over to my house, he gets grounded. He gets his phone taken away. He gets left at home for weeks at a time, taking himself to school. I remember going over there after I got off of work, being there, taking him to dinner, going back home, staying in the parking lot until 11 o'clock at night sometimes. And still have conversations when I got on the way home. And I'm sorry I was long-winded, but somebody's pulling all this away for whatever reason.
We don't know.
So now I have limited to no contact with the person I raised, my son, right? Since 2017. So he's been going rogue. Poor guy. Multiple schools, all that. So this is the relationship. This is kind of how I've been seeing my son. Is he associated, seeing with me, is getting punished. Bang, bang, right? So now I'm in jail. He comes back to me, you go watch the video, and then I go to jail, okay? Because again, somebody else made a big deal out of it who wasn't even there, and went to the police and said, I got a lot to tell you. Get 2 tapes. This is what I've been dealing with. Somebody showing up at all of my court dates while I was in jail. Somebody who talks to my probation officer more than I do. Now, why are we talking to my probation officer? Why?
Questionable. What else?
This is what I'm dealing with. Somebody who is trying to hurt me and take me away from my beautiful kids, my beautiful princess. Children need men in their lives. They need dads, real dads who are there, who are involved like I am. I'm in the PTA, I'm in Scouts. Have you ever camped in hot ass Florida? I have. I wouldn't recommend it. But that's the type of shit I do. We're on trails. I mean, I'm swimming. I'm in the beach. With multiple sclerosis. I'm in the school more than they are. I get frustrated, man. I get frustrated. So this is the uphill battle that I am facing, and now it's just like I'm still facing battles in court. So I get out of jail for 6 months, right? And then one of the stipulations is that I'm on house arrest, so I have an ankle monitor, which I got screwed on that deal. Well, that's another conversation, but I got screwed on the plea deal, and they amended my charge to a worse offense. They supersized that bitch to something worse. I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, you slapped him. Now you amended that shit from I slapped him to now he killed him? What? Yeah, that's the shit I faced. With and the only reason they were adamant is because somebody was in the state attorney's ear. Taka, 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 taka. And has been, like I said, every court date, everything. Why?
We don't know.
Can I live? You know what I mean? Can I see my kids? Now I got to pay to see my kids because now somebody's making it seem like I'm just this horrible human being, which we all know is false. Well, if you don't know that, well then whatever. I was going to cuss, but you know, whatever. That's what I'm dealing with and still trying to keep my head afloat. There's an injunction in place, meaning there has been, meaning that if my kids reach out to me, which someone knows they will, because they want to reach out to their father. They didn't do this to me. Someone else did. So they're just following along, following suit. I'm a minion. I haven't talked to them in a year. Well, it's been a year since I've been able to talk to them. Can't call them, can't talk to them, can't ask about them, can't have other people ask about them, can't do anything. So then I'm out of jail. Okay, I get out. And I get a knock on my door. Guess who it is? It's my son. Now let me ask you a question. What would you do? Huh? Let me ask you honestly. Exactly. And that's what I did too. I put my own needs aside and put my kids' needs first. You know? And I let him in. But let the state tell it and is, well, you knew there's an injunction. They don't look at it like it's my son. They say, hey, it's not your son. You're supposed to look through the peephole and say, get out of here, go away. And then nobody takes a look at it like, well, why is child going over to his house in the first place? Huh? Why? Why isn't he not with other parent? Why is he telling him that he's homeless? Nobody looks at all this stuff. So because of that, I'm thrown back in jail for another 25 days on some bull. And somebody came with documents this time, had documents for the court and false statements and writing all kind of stuff. My it's just like, again, why are we doing all this, man? But like, what? I mean,
we don't know.
So now, I finally get out. It took 25 days to get out. I'm out again. and now I'm having supervised visits finally to see my daughter. I have to pay for those, and then I have court again. Yay! So I thought this was over. Wrong. It's still going on, sir. So we have court because there is an open court case in civil court, which is separate because this is criminal. So we're opening a civil court case to further keep the injunction. Further wasting my time, my money, my resources, all this stuff. But we ain't got nothing better to do. Man, so pray for me. It's November 8th. So I laugh, guys. I laugh, but this is stressful as a mother. This is why he was locked up. This is why he hasn't been posting. This is where he's been. And shit, if we don't see him in a month or two, we know he went back in there. So come bail me out, please. Fuck, man. Anyway, much love, guys. Keep pushing. Keep staying mindful, right? Staying in the now, staying in the present moment. That's what I do, right? I can't tell you what to do, but that's what I do. Focusing one day at a time, one moment at a time. Break it down to moments, because your mind starts wondering, and then you're like, oh my God, I got all this going on. I just got out, and now I got to go check in with parole officer. Now this monitor's beeping. Oh my God, I got to go see what's happened. I'm not trying to violate, and I can't walk that good. And did it beep too long? And just know that, hey, look, what gets me by is I just a day at a time. Thank God for everything I have. Like the story of Job, but not to get too biblical, but the story of Job. He gave thanks. Devil took everything from him. God let him, and he still gave thanks. So that's what I'm leaning on. That's what I'm, leaving with, is lean on faith, lean on God, man. Give your stuff to God, and I know you can overcome, and that's what I'm gonna do, and that's why I kind of laugh at it too. But anyway, much love, and yeah, I'm gonna be posting more, so you'll hear more updates. So you just get ready. I'm just posting more updates as they come along, so you kind of follow me and see what's going on. But yeah, I'm getting my baby back. Stay tuned. Love.